had the best and maybe worst thing happen to them last year. It dominated the final race of the season, so it gave the media just a little sprinkling of hope that year 8 of the V6 hybrid era is the year they finally put it all together. Spoiler alert folks, this probably isn't happening, and if you keep falling for this false hope, then I can't help you. Red Bull always ends up regressing to the mean. A good team, there to clean up if Mercedes have a good day, and not much more. 2 to 4 wins a year, not the 8 to 10 where you can start really thinking about mounting a title challenge. Popping bottles when they won in Abu Dhabi to beat a Mercs team that didn't touch their car after Belgium with a still recovering lead driver says a lot about their current state of play. Max Verstappen is a fantastic driver. If you said to me that Max is the best driver pound for pound given the car he's in, I wouldn't argue with you. People made that argument about Fernando for years after all. Max is a juggernaut that will absolutely get the best out of his package. Serious race pace, a removal of the over-aggression that plagued his early career, and is now good enough to genuinely bring the fight to Mercedes at his best. The only other guy in this era that's really done that has been Sebastian Vettel. But this may be the referendum we've always wanted on that precarious second seat. With all due respect to Gasly and Albon, Red Bull's game of hot potato finally came back to bite them and forced them into the terrible situation where Sergio Perez, the sports midfield king, had to step in. What a hardship. Perez himself was in a very sticky situation. He's 31, in his prime. Came off a career year in 2020, but going into the most dangerous seat in the sport against one of the very best in the world. And he's only on an initial 1-year contract with 2 very talented drivers in the junior team below him, and the old assumption has now gone that Red Bull will only promote from within. To paraphrase Rory Breaker from Lock, Stock and 2 Smoking Barrels, you're going to have to work very hard to stay alive here, Sergio. Mercedes are leaving Red Bull with little choice but to try even harder to find a consistent second scorer. Even the most critical of fans of anti-Bottas agendas have to admit he is good enough to ensure Verstappen can't be a title threat on his own. If Perez is anywhere near Max's level, even if he takes a few points off the Dutchman here and there, it will be a net positive. Get within 100 points of Mercedes and it might give the boys in silver and black something to think about. That I would consider a makeable target that isn't completely pie in the sky. I think Red Bull is still comfortably the sport's second best team, but just how content is Horner and Marco with that? Another team that will have 2022 at the front of its minds, an era left behind with a good chance of having very little to show for it.